Everywhere. Thanks for coming. Good turnout, considering it being so nice out. It's freezing in here. All right, we're into week 7. You know, if you got a spring break in there and not much going finals week except finishing, you're about nearly getting in towards halfway through. And the topic this go around this week will be hydroelectricity. Really great topic. Good physical science involved in that. So I sent you out all an email, and I think what I've graded your summary ones. I'm going to show you something here in a minute. So get your summary 2 done. That's due tomorrow. I think many of you got them done. Some of you got them done. Assignment summary 2 is due. Or did I change to Saturday? Oh yeah, because I didn't have it graded. That's right. Thank you for the correction. I don't remember my email. I should have dig up the email. Yeah. And assignment 2 is in. I'm hoping I'm going to start grading those after I grade the exam. We just talked about the exam. Totally fair. 2 takes helped. So. Assignment 3 and summary 3. I posted the summary 3, but not due for a long time. This is the one where you go into World Info Meters and look at some data and do a predictive chart on Excel. And if we get time today, I'll open that. I'd like to wait for Dr. Layton to go through that. He likes to go through that one. And he's not here today. Assignment 3, I've got a draft written, but given where we're at, it probably won't go up until this weekend. You'll be given plenty of time on it, but don't wait till the very end and be scrambling, please. Let me show you my own assignment grading rubric. Oops. Jeez, what's that? How's that? Oh, here, I just lost it. See if we can find it. Yeah, that's the one. Well, how come it did that? Here it is. I lost some of that. Wasn't that important. Summary 3, assignment 3, upcoming. Say, when's the next exam? Is it next week? Well, let's go into Moodle and take a quick look here. I'm intended on doing that anyway. My email showed the next exam is, and I just don't remember this versus. Here's 102. Here's where we were last 2 weeks, 5 and 6. There's assignment 2, summary 2. And the exam, week 6. This week, week 7, here's another forum. Please participate very briefly on a regional electricity potential purchase. Brings up some questions about utilities and hydroelectricity. Summary 3 forum is open. And again, we'll open that and go through that in time. Here's what I'm looking for. This week is hydroelectricity. Next week is tidal power, is the power we can make out of the tides. Your exam on those 2 chapters isn't for 3 weeks. So you got 2 chapters, and the exam isn't until not too long before spring break. So it's not next Wednesday, the following Wednesday. Okay, sorry. So you got some time on this one. It's good topics. Yeah. This is an example of a chart I used to grade the assignments with. This isn't a particular assignment of any yours. Let's say there's 5 problems in the assignment. What I try to exhibit here is I'm more about how the thing is set up than I am about how the problems are they're right or wrong, okay? It's more about how you're going about it. Now, if the problem's right, that'll help you too. And I've, to this point, graded the assignments relatively easily. I'm going to ramp it up a little bit, particularly within the realm of showing your units, showing your calculations fully, the old anal one, the old find, given, and problem identification. And the problem identification can be brief, but do so. You don't have to list, write out the whole problem and every one. But, for example, assignment 1, where there was like 6 problems, and 2 of the problems had 2 parts to them, I was going in to correct a person's solution, and I was going, whoa, this is way off. And I got halfway through it, and they listed they listed as problem 2. They're actually doing problem 3, and we're doing it pretty well. So just run out what the problem is, too. And that's a part of, if you show your find, you but show that, okay? Always give your units. I'm going to be adamant about that. There's a few get in a hurry and where there's so many megajoules per kilowatt hour. You'll have X kilowatt hours times joules, and they forget the per megawatt hour. Don't do that. That's for your learning how to get your units to cancel out as part of figuring out how to do a problem. All right? And I've gone through that where if you list the find and list the units on what you're supposed to find, show your given and show those units, it can give you some clues on where you're going. Now, you need to know more than that often. You need to know how energy and power are related. You need to know that, for example, if you got to do it once a day, once a week. If I can find it, right over here. If E is energy, P is power, what's power in terms of energy? Times time. Yeah, the rate. Oops, I got it backwards, see? Oh, screwed me here. Don't I? Because we can always remember this one. Power is equal to energy over time, right? Power is the rate of doing energy. Rate of energy. So energy is equal to power times time. And many times a problem will involve that. In my famous old example, you've got a 100-watt bulb. So it's rated to use 100 watts of power. That's power, right? And here's your clue, the unit. Watt is the power, joule per second. How much energy does that bulb use? What do you need to know to find how much energy? The what? Yeah, how long it's on the time. Okay. There's a problem, I don't know if it was yours or the other one where, and we've had problems where we looked at what a facility produces in power. You want to know how much energy it produces. You have to apply the time. Yeah. Okay. So knowing those relationships is important to your solution to your assignment problem, and knowing where to find those relationships in your text. And early on in these problems, I'm going to do so lesser as the time goes on. I route you right to the table or the page. I'll route you to the chapter, maybe, okay? Because I want you to learn that, hey, I'm out here today, I see whatever it is using energy. What could it be? Whatever it is, and I'm saying, well, how does that relate to how many watts that might be? I can start to figure that out, because I don't know it in my head necessarily, but I can go maybe look at the text, look at some conversions, figure it out. Or you see something in writing and you go, man, that seems like a lot of energy to be produced off of what they're doing. And they're giving you some data. You can check them out. Okay, enough of that one. Let me go to another place here. I want to record the fact that I'm doing this so I remember. So assignment, grade. example. Oh, I just did it again too, man. I'm hitting a button somewhere. Okay, how much do I lose this time? Just this part. Rubik. Let's go to a different kind of a summary. Since I grade your summaries, you weren't lucky enough to have Dr. Layton grade yours this go around. Got to go find it. Oops. Comment in there. Oh, I know it ain't there and there. It's right here. Same kind of a thing. All right. Here's a name, average. I initially had 10 categories, decided who in the world, I'm not that good, I can't do that. So I separate them out like this. Here's the content of your summary, intro, body, conclusion. Did you include any data? How strong is your summary? Is only 20% of your grade. 20% is spelling, grammar, how it flows, and how you're improving with it from paper to paper. 20% of it is how is it laid out. Is it organized? Do you have the header? Do you have a title? Most of you are doing well on that. Quite a few of the summaries in 101 didn't have a title. Folks just forgot to put a title on it. And Dr. Layton's likes a catchy title. I'm one of the old school, I just give the title of the paper you're summarizing, but Dr. Layton likes a little catchiness to it, and that's fine either way. 2 parts here. First of all, with the 102 summaries, year 2, provide a second reference, peer-reviewed, ideally, which you can get from the Mansfield Library, and Dr. Layton showed you how to do that. If you want me to go into that again, I can. Teague works at the library. He could be a great resource for you. Did you show an equation, and did you show it properly? Okay. That's 20%. Another 20% would be, did you provide a list of references? Did you cite the article that you described in your text at the first time you mentioned it, and did you provide a second reference? Okay. So I combine those up to get your grade. All right. So you can see a lot of it goes into what you're doing with the instructions. Now, some of you that were in 101 forgot some of these newer things in 102. And I graded it rather leniently. I'll do less so as time goes on. Okay? Got it? Get off of this. Oh, I haven't gotten anywhere yet. Okay.